Welcome to Morning Glory Farmstead. My name is Lolly, and this channel is all about gardening, animals, and nature. This is one of my beagles, Crumpet, and she knows that if she just gives me the look, she's going to get loving multiple times a day. This is Buster, and he's taking a nap. This is me and Dad about to use my rocket stoves for this table saw. Maybe not the best idea. This is Wiggles. It's concrete day. Steven is working on the GreenStalk Garden Patio again. And y'all don't forget they got a sale going on through March 27th, and you can use my code to get an extra $10 off the sale price as well. If Crumpet can't get me to give her affection by giving me the eye, these are some of her other tactics. This is my big baby, Georgie. George is my only dog that shows his teeth and smiles, but I cannot get it on camera. This is Oliver, who also has the ridiculous name Ollie Boo. And then we've got Cedar, who's rolling around on the pavement because it's nice and warm and it's feeling really good today. Crumpet is going to keep holding on to me as long as she can. This is Baby Girl, and when I rescued her, she had so many injuries that I was trying to wait and find a name that fit her, but I called her Baby Girl so long that stuck. There's Donka taking a nap. There's Wiggles again, hanging out with Baby Girl on the patio. It's the thing to do. Pavement's a hot spot today. There's Bailey taking a nap. Y'all know normally they're running around everywhere, but sometimes they come in and they crash hard afterwards.
This is going to be the sturdiest part of the patio right here.
That's right. All right, y'all. Today I'm going to be working on a project that has to do with my grow bags, but right now I'm just giving you a sneak peek at Steven over there, who is taking out his aggression from the week on my patio. All right, the grow bag plan. All right, if you guys have watched my other videos, you know I've got health issues, and my life revolves around doing what I need to do to take care of business, but also making things as convenient as possible, the least amount of steps, the least amount of straining. So I'm going to repurpose some of the pallets that I have. I've got a lot of old wood as well, and I'm going to create some tables that can elevate my grow bags off the ground because I think they'll last longer that way, maybe less pests that way, but also I'm not going to have to bend over near as much because they're going to be right around waist level as my plants are growing. So I'm taking these old boards that have been down in the shed. I'm going to cut into 4 pieces, and they're all going to be about 2 feet in height. Let's cut over real quick and check in with Steven. He is laying the foundation, the concrete for the patio. So I'm so excited about this step. And I kind of wanted to see this machine because I love tools and gadgets and machines, and we're kind of partying here with some dry ice in the process. I'm kidding, but that's kind of what it looks like when it's, first put in there and that stuff is blowing around everywhere. But look at that. It's pretty cool, isn't it? Hard to believe. That's about to make the foundation for all my beautiful green stalks. All right, you guys will hear me frequently talking about not wasting opportunities, and this is one of them. Steven has this beautiful table saw. And I'm going to use it in between his work so that I can get all the legs cut for these tables. All right, so here they are. They're probably not perfect, but that's all right. Again, just trying to use what I have. I'm not a carpenter. I know nothing about this stuff. I'm just going to hammer some stuff together with some 2.5-inch nails and hope it stands up in the end. My hope is that because the legs are only 2 feet tall and I'm going to have all the grow bags on there, that it's going to be pretty sturdy. I get a lot of serious heavy wind multiple times a year. And sometimes I don't know how anything has stayed in place, but I'm hoping that this is going to stay up through all of that. Otherwise, I may have a big mess on the ground. So I was just showing you those nails. I started hammering 2 nails through that board first, and then once they started barely poking through the backside, then I went to hammer them into the pallet. This is really difficult. I don't really have anything to leverage myself against, and I can't put it all the way on the ground because then it would be sticking up above the pallet. So I'm having to hold it in place like it's free floating and try to hammer. So this is my little celebration dance. And I did put this, in fast motion because I thought it looked kind of funny. It almost looks like I'm a little bit cuckoo there hammering it that fast. Man, y'all, if I could really hammer that fast, I would have finished about 5 times faster than I did today. And I'd probably go into business for myself. Oh boy, I know that sound. Y'all, I'm a military brat. Dad grew up on a farm in Arkansas and Mississippi and then joined the military for 20 years. And seeing military aircraft fly through the sky used to bring me comfort, but now things are a little different. I've never had 4 military helicopters flying over my property. All right, well, that's enough excitement. Time to stand back on my head while I'm hammering this stuff. Man, y'all, I had to stand up every once in a while just to get the blood circulating again. Am I inspiring you guys to want to go build a grow bag table? Or am I inspiring you to say, nope, I'm throwing them on the ground, or I'm hiring somebody to build a table? It is just something I love. Just repurposing things, not throwing things away that can actually be used. And I don't mean just, things that have no value, but like wood, if you can repurpose it, I love that. I love wood, period. Now, this may not last me forever, but it was free and it only took one afternoon for me to mess around and put it together. I do have one other thing that I'm going to be doing. All right, y'all, it's the last leg. Time for a little celebration. Now, these legs aren't totally even, and I obviously can see that. In fact, it makes me laugh. I laughed several times as I was putting these tables together for a lot of reasons. But I'm hoping that the brace in between the 2 legs will at least stabilize it a little bit. So we kind of move things down here on the flatter area of the yard under this little baby tree that still looks dead from the fall. It's always the last one to turn green. But this is flatter so that when we're putting these little braces in between the legs, it'd be a little bit easier to work with because, again, we're standing on our head and being on that incline on the hill does not help. Y'all, it was so funny doing this. We were constantly trying to see if things were even, but we couldn't tell, and we'd be like, well, let's just hammer it anyway. I mean, it was just a comedy. I thought if anybody who really had a license to do this stuff and had a lot of experience, they would probably have cringed the whole time they were watching us do this. But we had a good time anyway. And poor Dad, he's so awesome. I'll just call him up and say, hey, what you doing? I'm like, you want to come over? I need an extra set of hands for a few minutes. And all he says is, hold on, I got to change clothes. He usually dresses really nice, but when he comes to my house, he knows that I've got all these animals and dog hair and cat fur, and all the animals love him. So he always has to dress way down to come out to these parts at my house. I think there's only one time that he couldn't come out when I asked, and that's because he had already cleaned up and was ready for a church service. He's 84, and really he shouldn't be getting down on his knees in case he can't get back up. Just kidding, Dad. But he gets down there because I can't bend that big left leg I've got going on from that lymphedema. So we have to work together. It's really nice to have him because he can do things I can't do, even though I'm half his age, just because of my leg. All right, I've got one more idea for what I'm going to do with these tables before I say they're completely done, but y'all are going to have to stay tuned for the next video to find out what that is. right, you guys, thanks for hanging out with me today. I know you guys are excited to get started planting and growing and then eating all of the fruits of your labor. I'll see you real soon in the next video. And until then, y'all have a great couple of days. Bye-bye.